Hello, my beautiful star seeds. This is Mama Haru back again talking about breaking those chains of deception and sending you hugs and kisses. Sending you love with the love of the universe. Today, I'm going to talk about an incident that happened to me, and it was rape. Rape, defined by Webster's dictionary, states that rape is considered an sexual assault against a person without their consent. And what happened to me was that I was married at the time, and my husband raped me. Some people may say, oh no, your husband can't rape you because he's your husband and he has a right. No. Anytime you say no and you mean no, your actions are showing no, that means no. Something had happened in the family. There was some argument, and in this person's anger, I guess they were going to teach me a lesson, and they grabbed me, threw me on the bed, and started snatching my clothes off, pulling my clothes up. I was fighting, saying no, but they persisted, pinned me down, and at the time, it felt like, and I'm using careful language because of younger audience, and it could be younger people in the younger audience that this has happened to, and I sure regret it if this has happened to you. However, he proceeded to take out his genital part, and it felt like he took it and dipped it in glue, and then dipped it in rocks and sand, then forced himself into my body. It was so horrible until I spat in his face and I told him I hated him. Now, of course, after that, I filed for divorce and I got out of that situation. And even getting out of the situation, I carried that incident with me for a while, until the point that I happened to walk past that person one time after years had passed. And do you know I did not know who he was? That's how deeply I had buried it in my life. I mean, it was deep, because I walked past him and he called my name. And I turned around and looked at him and I said, how do you know my name? I was looking at him in his face. See, loved ones, that's how deep we can bury things. And I knew after that I needed to work on forgiveness for myself. When you do things to other people against their will, we all know, or we're learning, that there is a boomerang effect. What you put out in the universe, it will come back to you. Now, how he put it out there, how it comes back to him, that's what he's going to have to deal with. But at that time, I need to deal with it for myself so that I can be free and go on with my life and enjoy my life. Because that burden and that incident, those dogs, they hear a siren somewhere. That burden and that incident was clogging my spiritual life. And when I looked back at it, I thought about someone was telling me not to marry that person, but I didn't listen. Not condoning what that person did, but I didn't listen to my higher self, and I didn't listen to the person that was telling me this person is not for you. Okay? So sometimes, loved one, not saying that's the case all the time, we need to listen to our inner self and not look at the car they're driving. Not saying that was the reason, but the car they're driving, the house they live in, the kind of clothes they're wearing, the kind of money they have in the bank, the people they circle themselves around, right? And this person was also saying that they were spiritual, okay? So you have to listen to yourself, you know? Try to look at a person past the outer things they have. What do they have to offer you spiritually? That's what I look at now. What do they have to offer you spiritually? How do we match together so we can roll like this? Okay? It was a learning curve for me, but I knew I could either let it make me or break me. I could have hung on to that for the rest of my life and went around, not trusting nobody else, taking that one incident and being afraid of every man that came into my life and causing them to go through hell and pain because of what I went through with somebody else, and these were two different people. These are the things I had to learn for myself. And boy, I tell you, I'm glad that I did, because you are not someone else's property. You are you. You belong to you, and you have rights. Because back in the day, when a man would marry a woman, it even talks about in the Bible, that woman was his property, right? But that was the ignorance of men and women back in the day. They have learned better now. That is not so. Everybody are individuals, and everybody have a right to enjoy this world and enjoy this life. And you have a right to say no. Say no. And mean it. Not the kind of no, go on, boy. He know you're not meaning no when you do that. But when you say no and you fighting and he know you mean no, and he keep forcing himself, then hey, that's the crime right there. But loved ones, respect yourself and love yourself. Be good to yourself. Look in that mirror and say, I'm beautiful. And I'm loving you every day. I'm loving you every day, Mama Haru. I'm loving you every day. And trying to enjoy life the best I can. And forgiving people for things they have done. And moving on and really forgiving them. Now if I see that person, I will have a different outlook. I know it. I just know I will have a different outlook on that person, knowing that they were sick and they needed help, and hope they find help so they too can go on and enjoy their life. Here's loving you, loved one, with the love of the universe, sending you hugs again, and kisses, and just think, if I was still holding on to what happened to me, I wouldn't be able to sit here right now and do this and say, hey, I'm enjoying life. Bye-bye now. Loving you with the love of the universe. Think about what I said and clean out your closet. Bye-bye.